Thank you once again for your interaction. For without your energy that is present at this time, this would not be possible. Without your acceptance of yourself, this would not be possible. Please give yourself what you would call kudos. You did it. Never underestimate your actual events, that you actually step over the fear. That is essential in understanding and remembrance of yourself on how much work you have all truly done. We are discussing. There are about 250,000 of your entities here watching this moment. The rest are telepathically watching, of course. But their energy is staved by, let's say, stabilizers. So you will not pop. You're welcome. We are going to speak very freely, for you all are in acceptance of this freedom. Freedom of self is acceptance of all, for all is love. We will bring in, at this time,
Hi, I speak softly, for I am a whisper in your ear at all times. I am a combination of several, an endless amount. This is all new, for you already know it though. We'll start with basics and then we'll move forward. The harvest is upon us. The scythe will reap the wheat. The ones that have ascended will stay in 4D. The ones that have not will populate Venus. Give themselves the memory of always been a Venusian. And the long count will start over. The ones that have ascended will choose to be guides in the same fashion that you are all being guides to yourselves. For no one gets left behind. This does not mean that the ones that have chosen to stay and remain for humanity's sake, that the distance and time of that incarnation will be subjected to the long count of 26,000 years. For each one can ascend the species individually at that time. For this time, it is the collective that is ascending. If parts of the collective are left behind. The generation of the new earth will be in play. Now, how it works, if the entire collective, save the births and the deaths at the time of the harvest, is above 51% in service to others, the entire species will ascend, giving any incarnation, any entity, any conscience through all infinity to come and incarnate as a human in fourth density, which is now not an option. In no time it is, however, it is not at the same time. In a different now. However, that is only a projection of reception of that moment. There is no actual incarnation in the moment. That is out of bounds until the species, your work in other words, is fully ascended. We will not give you a time frame, although everybody wants a time frame. For time frames give, I don't know if I can do it, or we need to hurry up, and that will cause what we call an inflection of free will. Just know that it is within all of yourselves to know the answer if you choose. So, any choice of service to others raises your vibration. This entire room is well in an average of 76%. So again, if you have a fear, you may stave it to nothing. You've all chosen through your systematically chosen events in your life to be in this moment. Realize now that this moment is here. So what you will do is choose to go out and spread your love. For the time of, let's say, giving it to them in a way of separation is ended. Now it's only giving to the collective in a way of acceptance. You show them you've accepted yourself, they have the ability to accept themselves. Instead of preaching, at this time, we are going to impart upon you the understanding that the harvest will be soon. Choose how you use the harvest in your own way, for that is the freedom of you, your love, your understanding, your expression. All of you will choose your highest probability to return as teachers. For the remembrance of the new collective of Earth, if the ascension of totality does not occur, we'll have a lot of remembrances of what this current is going on. We must get contact contact is essential for the collective to see. For not only would this raise the vibration of the entire collective, but in the chance, of course, that the other earth, so to speak, does happen, then they will have the remembrance already in play of other species, allowing you to incarnate as another species to be a guide. Before it was done in forgetfulness, now it's done in remembrance. Allowing you to come down into a 3D incarnations and teach your schools. Your schools. Everything is connected, and you all are now connecting your entire selves. There is no separation. This is what is at play. If you are fearing the harvest, fear not. For free will is still in play. For the ones that do not ascend the species themselves, they will choose to return to live it out. No one is going to give up on humanity. Your ascension will be your ascension. The collective ascension is still in play. You must look at what you would call your under 51%. That is your target audience. Suffer them in the way of love and show them they are what they are. Fear nothing, fear no judgment of your actions, to giving them the doorway to themselves, to eternal love, to remembrance. It must be the entire collective. Any age of 8 to 10 years old and down will not be counted. Any age of 80 and above, give or take, will not be counted. It is the ones that are activating their life in accordance of their beliefs that will be judged in the way of percentage of service to others or service to self. Do not look upon this harsh, for it is not harsh. It is the entire collective. We must get to the next level for them to incarnate and experience that level. You cannot have a collective species, so to speak, split into parts. You will stay as a fourth density being in one of yourselves, but you will not be human until the collective is one. Much like you are one of yourselves in the collective right now. Your closest connection, you know who you are. That is your incarnation from that to this. So the idea for you is to go express yourselves with no fear, knowing that you are only love, and what you give is only love, and what is received is only love. Give your compassion and your love for the ones you are imparting your information onto, for they are in their own forgetfulness. Remember that. For they need your love, or they would have not seeked you out. There is no coincidence. You are an epic tool. All the others are epic tools. But no tool is effective unless it is used in the idea of love. The distortion of the tool is, of course, the own person perceiving the tool.
Again, understanding themselves, ascending that person. How beautiful. The amount of love for you to realize in yourself has always been there. Choose it, and you will never fear, because you are creating only what you are, love. When you radiate your love, you affect the collective. When you speak your love, you affect the collective. When you help and guide your love, you help the collective. For all of you have ascended more than one. 51% is not a high number. But for the billions that are out there that don't even understand what they are, it is a high number. For they are lost in the sea. This is how it works. I feel sorrow for this. Understand that it is love. For the idea is the collective species. We cannot leave anybody behind. We will not leave anyone behind. For all of the behind are all of us. Why would you leave yourself behind? Do you understand how connected you are? You have love for every human. Walk upon the earth as love in every interaction. The cascading effect is endless. 51%. That's all we need. Don't fear the time, for the time is soon. But soon in your time is always that of personal understanding. As Roxanne continues to download her thousands of entities and getting more knowledge, we will bring more entities in for help as you are doing and what you have chosen to do. But realize this, you are all opening yourselves up to your own guides fully, not as distant conversations, but as one-on-one understanding of yourself. Allow yourselves to become everything that you already know you are, and watch your effect on the collective multiply. For you are now thinking we are only 6. How can we affect billions? One at a time is the answer. For there are several one at a times occurring all over. Focus on your moment of one at a time, and that one at a time occurs. Theirs occurs, and theirs occurs, and theirs occurs. So one affects immediately thousands. You will see that. The rapidity of coming ascension is upon us. Look for the miracles. Be the miracle. Edward, you must now use your force skills. You will show telepathy. You will show, let's say, telekinesis. You will show teleportation. This in and of itself is undeniable. We have kept these until the understanding of the collective has allowed these. Now they are in play. Be the Jedi that you always dreamed of. Drop the fear. For we love you and you love you and we are all in love. So bosom in that. Bask in the sun of love. Fear nothing. For you are eternal. Hold, please. I shall depart at this time. My name is Andromeda. If any of you choose to speak with me, I am always there. You now have endless guides, all of you. The incarnations that you want to see in front of you are there, if you choose that. 2 of you want this for validation. It's ready for you, for we have released it to you, which means you've released it to yourselves. Roxanne wants to bring in one more. The probability of this happening is what we would call 50-50. For her understanding of what is coming is right now helping her ascend that much more. She was